Nigel Farage in the jungle.
Which you predicted?
Well, I did.
She doesn't like to say "I told you so," but she just seems to say it in most programmes.
My favourite thing.
Yeah.
We're not coming to you two yet. Shush, you two. Right. Nigel apparently has been accused of making a racist comment in a privately recorded video message on a platform called Cameo.
Nigel's team responded to this with the following statement.
They say, over the last few years, Nigel has filmed over 4,000 Cameo messages for fans and supporters. This includes videos for people's weddings, birthdays, stag do's, in-jokes between friends, and even people who are ill in hospital.
And when Nigel first joined Cameo, there was a concerted effort by Remain supporters to hijack the platform to embarrass Nigel by getting to read out obscure, rude words and in-jokes between friends.
So it's now widely reported that some of these slipped through the net, as Nigel is a classic boomer dad. In the video, Nigel was asked by a customer on Cameo to read a message they'd written for a friend. Had Nigel known that the message he was asked to read contained an obscure, offensive word, he would not have made the video.
Well, David Maddox is the political editor at the Daily Express online and joins us now. David, this word, we're not going to use it on the TV or for our listeners on the radio, but you know and I know and Bev knows that there are a number of interpretations of what the word can mean.
Yes, indeed. Well, actually, when I saw the word, I won't repeat it, but when I saw the word, I thought of the local beer when I was growing up in Norfolk, which was actually that word. So that was my first reaction to it. But I could see why it can be interpreted as racist, but it's a little bit of a stretch, I think.
What does it tell us, David, that somebody at ITV/ITN News have been trawling through all of the material that Nigel might have put out in the last, 3 years? This was a clip from 2020 to effectively kind of stitch him up. It looks like maybe.
Yeah, I think this is a stitch-up. I have to say it's quite outrageous, actually. I mean, are we supposed to believe it's a total coincidence that Nigel's on an ITV show where he has contractually no contact with the outside world, is unable to touch his phone or anything like that, and suddenly, on the day of voting for I'm a Celebrity, they're planning to wheel out this allegation of racism, which he can't respond to and won't even know is happening, frankly. I mean, this is the point. You know, now you could say, well, it's different parts of ITV, but they know what the rules of I'm a Celebrity is. It's still the same channel, and it's clearly a stitch-up. I have asked ITV for a comment. They haven't bothered to get back to me. But, you know, I'm loath to criticise other journalists and other media outlets because we all have a job to do, but I think this has crossed the line, in my view.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Thank you, David. David Maddox there. So we are joined in the studio by former Labour MP Stephen Pound and former editor of the Daily Star, Dawn Neeson, to discuss this. Dawn, let me come to you first.
No, because you told us to shut up just now, so we're not going to talk to you now, are we, Stephen? No.
Somebody has to keep some...
I'm sorry, we're working to rule.
Somebody has to keep some decorum around here. Right, Dawn.
That's a place in Hertfordshire, isn't it?
Is Nigel being stitched up, and wasn't he always going to be?
Yes, he was. I mean, this comes on the back of Kevin Ligo, who runs the ITV, saying, using a rude gesture to refer to him, despite his company paying Nigel 1.5 million.
I thought that was really deeply shocking.
It's so childish. It's pathetic. And these are people running TV.
And doing it, Dawn, in a very public place.
Yeah, absolutely. And if I'm going, oh, that's really funny, isn't it? And then the lovely cuddly-wuddly Lorraine, who's not, then, being just body-shaming him, basically. Now, if a man had done that about a woman, their feet.
So just to remind you what she said then, she said that Nigel, is he 57, 58, something like that?
Same age as me.
And Lorraine Kelly took an intake of breath and she said, I thought he was much older than that. It just shows you get the face that you deserve. There's nobody else in public life that would be the butt of so many jokes like that. Cruel, personal attacks.
This is all based on his bottom as well, isn't it? But, I mean, the thing is, look, it's like... disagree with Nigel's politics all you want. Disagree with anyone's politics all you want.
Yeah.
It doesn't give you a reason to be personally vile to them. I just don't understand that. So look, the way reality TV works, right, OK, it's nothing to do with reality. There's no basis in reality. Every part of it is orchestrated. It really is. It's literally scripted.
Yeah.
People are told, people are playing roles that are given to them by ITV. I mean, obviously, you are self to a certain extent, but basically, the producers are pushing this in the way they want it to go.
And
so they want Nigel as the pantomime villain.
Yeah.
And that is
And they don't want him to win.
They don't want him to win, and this is what they're setting him up to do.
Yeah.
Can he still win?
Here's the thing. They're worried.
That he might win.
People are worried because Nigel has come across really well.
As I knew he would, because he's a nice bloke.
As you said, yeah, but apart from that slightly unfortunate nude shower scene, which I'm still trying to get out of my head. But look, he's come across as amiable and perfectly happy to talk about Brexit. He's come across well.
He
and
has.
I would say, and you said back at the time, and I wish I put a few bob in it, he was going to win.
Yeah,
so
I did.
People are obviously worried. As to actually the scripting, I think people like Nella Rose, I'm not entirely sure how that she can be scripted. I think, she was totally off message, in fact, off the wall in some of her earlier comments.
This is the influencer.
She's encouraged, yeah.
But the point I was going to say is, I think that those people have been placed there like chess pieces. That, this person will not get on with that person.
Yeah.
And I think Nigel's actually risen above it. And I think he's done damn well.
Yeah.
I'm going to vote to keep him in. I don't normally take part in that but apparently you can get five free votes if you download the app.
If you download the I'm a Celebrity app,
you can vote for him five times. So I'm
without any
going to.
choice.
I don't know. I'm slightly conflicted here. I'd quite like to have him back here.
I'd like to know
we want him to
what's
win.
going on.
OK.